parents. As some of you already are aware, today we presented the case to the grand jury. The grand jury returned an indictment of first-degree murder and defiling a body. This indictment stems from Mamta Kafle's disappearance back on or July 29th of this year. The grand jury agreed with the detectives today that there was enough evidence to charge the defendant in this case. There was a lot of evidence that was obtained during this investigation, and in the last couple months we've been receiving it, and that's kind of what triggered today's grand jury and the indictments. He will be officially charged tomorrow in court. I believe the hearing is at 10 a.m. I'm willing to take any questions. At the end, I'd like to thank my staff for all they did too. But I'll be willing to take some questions.
What changed since the last indictment?
Excuse me?
What changed since the last indictment? Why now are you charging?
The evidence returned.
And have you found her body?
No, we have not.
Can you share what evidence led to that change?
Well, the bigger one was the DNA.
Can you share anything more specific than that?
The DNA returned back to
From where?
from the residence.
What part of the home specifically, and what kind of DNA did you find?
The blood.
Can you share any more details?
The blood that they described in court, that she was drugged from one room to the other, from the bedroom to the bathroom.
So we had already previously known that that blood had been, what changed now? What made this, what brought about these charges at this point, considering we knew the blood was there previously?
Yeah, but now the blood matches hers.
When did you get the DNA results back?
Last month.
Last month. But you only upgraded the charge today.
But that's when the first grand jury.
Gotcha.
Wait, so Chief, is it fair to say that it took about 4 months to match her DNA that was found in the home?
Well,
I'm trying to understand the timeline.
Yeah. So basically, you get the blood, you got to determine his blood. So you got to send it off to the lab first for that. And my understanding, once they get returned as blood, then they send that off to the DNA testing to occur. They can't do both at the same time.
Chief, obviously you don't need a body to charge for murder, but getting this DNA back, how important is this to not only your department but the family here to have this extra piece of evidence?
From the beginning, we believed that she was murdered in the case based on the crime scene. This just helps the case, and it kind of certifies what we thought occurred, that this actually occurred.
Chief, for folks not familiar with this case, can you just lay out what evidence you found that led you to this, where we are today?
There's a lot of evidence. I have to sit here and try to remember every piece of it. I know the crime scene was a big one. The forensic unit of Prince William County said it was one of the worst crime scenes they've seen. That was one statement they made the day that Naresh was arrested. And I think I spoke to the family earlier and told them, I'm sorry they found out the nature they did today, but the court's posting it before I had an opportunity to talk to them. But they're aware of it, they ask some questions, and if they feel it, tell them to come up here and talk to you, that'd be fine. But they're aware of what happened, and they're grateful for what we've done.
Did Naresh say that was the body, how he murders anything? Did Naresh say was the body, how he killed?
Has Naresh told us? No, Naresh has.
We don't know the body.
We have not talked to Naresh.
So Chief, again, to be clear, so we don't have a body, but the reason why we're getting these additional charges because the evidence of the blood that was found in the home has come back positive as Mamta's, correct?
Yes.
Do you have concerns in this case because there is no body that could create some problems for the prosecution here?
Well, we've been in close contact with the prosecution on this case, providing all the evidence. They felt confident taking to the grand jury today, and we got a true indictment, which I feel we have a strong case for not having a body.
Are you able just to speak? I know the searches have been ongoing. You guys have, requested a number of warrants. Kind of give us an update on that. Where are we with that in the search for her actual body as well? I know you've searched different parks and forests and woods. We have the Tesla that was also taken.
So, we've gotten over 40 warrants, that's subpoenas, search warrants, court orders. We've also searched approximately 20 locations throughout Northern Virginia, Prince William County, Manassas Park, Fairfax County, and Loudoun County. And we also went to Page County.
Will the searches continue?
If new evidence shows up that areas to search, yes, we'll continue the searches.
Chief, quick question. So is the assessment still that it's just a single person that's responsible for all of this?
This all points to one person, which is Naresh.
Do you know what the cause of death might be?
I can't answer that.
Do you have a murder weapon?
I
Can you share what you believe happened in that home?
I'd be just speculating what happened. I don't know exactly. I just know that, whatever happened in the house, it was murder.
Based on court documents as to what happened in the home, for those watching who may not know, can you summarize, please?
The court documents.
The court documents where the blood was originally found that she'd been dragged in the home.
So when we did the search warrant at the house the first time where Naresh was home with the baby, the forensic unit found evidence in there that showed that amount of blood that was in the bedroom that was drugged into the bathroom, additional blood was located in the bathroom.
And today you can confirm that blood is Mamta Kafle Bhatt.
Yeah, we confirmed that it is blood and we confirmed that it belongs to Malta.
What happens next?
So next, we're going to continue, providing any information the Commonwealth needs to get prepared for trial, and all the evidence and reports and supplements and follow-ups, and we're continuing on.
Chief, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
How important was it for the evidence to come back this week, a week before trial does start next week? I mean, I can only imagine the kind of pressure that was on the prosecution and the department to come up with something. It seems like right now it is new information, but it's the same blood that was found in the home. Kind of just talk about the importance of all of that coming out a week before we go to trial.
I mean, obviously, it's a good thing for us to get this before his trial. I would think if we didn't receive it, we could also push it back. We don't have this, we're not bound by that date. Actually, he would push for that date. But I think we're in a good position right now. It happened to happen right before the holidays, and we were able to get this evidence. And this was the first grand jury after getting that evidence back, which made it easier for us to present.
Chief, I know Mamta's family is here. Can you talk a little bit about the conversation you had today with them?
I just want to let them know that we never gave up. We investigated, and I told them from the beginning that we wanted justice for Mamta, and I think we accomplished that today by the detectives going up there and presenting the case to the grand jury, and it was a true bill. And I just explained to them, some of the process as we know it, what happened in court, and potentially what we're looking at for trial dates and, and moving forward. It's going to be a lengthy process. It's not going to be overnight, and I think they understand.
I think a lot of people coming here today when, we heard a murder charge, thought maybe there'd be a body. Can you speak to, is there still hope you will find at least parts of Mamta? We know she won't be found.
Yeah, well, of course we're going to be hopeful that we find her. We're still looking. If new leads come in that potentially where she might be at, then we're going to follow up on that.
So it's one question. Based on the strong evidences, if Naresh is ready to accept the charges or ready to plead the charges, if there is any possibilities?
That would be a question for the Commonwealth Attorney's Office. Obviously you've got an attorney, and then they would have to discuss that matter.
What does this mean for the concealment of the dead body charge?
Oh, it's still on. He's got 3 charges.
Can you speak to the other charge to define what that is?
It's the fouling of a body, pretty much the cutting of a body.
You believe he did that to her?
Yes, that's what the evidence shows.
Can you elaborate on where this might have occurred from what you gathered in the investigation?
We believe this occurred in the bedroom.
And as far as the alleged dismemberment, do you believe that also happened in the home, or is there evidence to suggest it happened somewhere else?
We believe it happened in the home also.
Can you speak to the previous contact you had with Naresh and Mamta at their home?
Which one?
Any of them? All of them?
There's been so many days. You'd have to give me more of the date of which one we're speaking about.
Any allegations of domestic violence in the home?
So we never received an allegation of domestic. We heard about the domestic after Mamta disappeared. That is alarming to us because we were not aware of this when we first went for the welfare check. But we also learned a lot about Mamta and what happened, what she was dealing with. So we did follow up a lot after she disappeared at the residence with Naresh about what was going on. So there's a lot of contact in there that people probably are not aware of.
One of the first times the public heard from Naresh Bhatt is when he spoke just outside this building, 1 to 2 sentences. What is it like to go from that interaction to now, all these months later, 3 charges brought against him ahead of the trial?
Well, we stood back and listened, and that was one of the things we tried to see what he was saying to the public, and that's not what he was telling us was going on. So there were some incorrect statements made by him, misleading statements, which gave us more ammunition to go, hey, what's going on here?
When you all went to the home and spoke with him, do you believe Mamta was still alive at that point?
On which day?
The initial body camera footage that was released.
No, we believe she was deceased by then.
Do you know when this occurred?
We believe this occurred on or about July
28th,
July
29th.
29th,
Yes. That is the date.
29th
Into the 30th.
29th into the morning of the 30th. Yeah. Oh, perfect.
I know we have a lot of questions, but what do you really want to take away from this presser to be tonight for not just people in this room, but the community that's been following this case from the moment that it broke? What do you want the takeaway to be from this press conference? I know we have a long road ahead.
You know, that we never gave up. You know, this is a case that, you know, we didn't know about Mamta until she disappeared. There's a lot of people that knew Mamta came forward. We've learned a lot in this case about her and what she was dealing with. And I want people to know that, you know, we were here to get justice for Mamta, and I think we accomplished that today by getting the first-degree murder charge. And that's what was our goal from the beginning of this, based on what we were seeing.
Family, be willing to speak to us here?
If that's all the questions, I'd like to take a minute and I want to thank all my staff for all the hard work they did on this case, to the community for bringing it to our attention, what they knew about Mamta and about Naresh. I also want to thank some department that helped us out in this case, the Princeton County Forensic Unit and Police Department, the United States Customs Border Protection, FBI, Fairfax County Police Department, Loudoun County, and the Commonwealth Attorney's Office for assisting us in this case and bringing these charges forward. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
From the community chief, it's really like to, no, it's okay. From the all the community members, everybody in the world, we appreciate you all for your hard work, tireless nights and hours and days, and Commonwealth and everybody. We have no words to say thank you all, and you don't know how much appreciated we are to you, because we're all, waiting for this moment. This is not a good moment, but this is actually a good moment. We achieved something today. It is very powerful to us. It's very, very meaningful to us. Now, family can think about what's next for them, ritually, culturally, what they have to do, they can do for their daughter. And we are a family now. We're all our family. We're all along together. We have a long way to go. Thank you so much for everything.
Thank you, and you're welcome. Appreciate it.
Yeah, I think just on behalf of the family.
Excuse us, do you mind stepping up so we can hear you?
No, I have a gigantic mouth. The family's not prepared to talk at this time, and one, we do ask as we disperse, please give them the privacy to go home. This is not a celebration. We're not here happy. There's a sense of relief, but please give them the time to process their emotions. While this is a step forward in the case, there's no amount of jail time that's going to bring back what they really want, which is their daughter. With that being said, on behalf of Mahesh and Geeta, we do want to extend our heartfelt thank you to the Manassas Park Police Department and the Commonwealth Attorneys. While we certainly do not know all the intricacies of the evidence and the work that's been done, we know that their commitment to bringing this moment to fruition has been unwavering. We've been in lockstep with the Manassas Park Police since the get-go. And so again, as we leave today, please respect their privacy, but understand in their hearts the gratitude for the work that these men have done and women have done is immeasurable. I wish that we could say that this was their only case, but the truth is they've been taking care of the community of Manassas Park in the midst of a murder investigation. So your community is safer because of them, even though they've been working around the clock to bring this to fruition. So, but again, please do allow the family. Yeah.
And just following up, you mentioned this is not a celebration, obviously, but can you just put into words what the last few months have been this family as you wait to get to this point?
You know, I can only speak on this family from what they've conveyed, which is their goal has been two things: justice for Mamta and securing a future for her baby. And that's what guides their steps every day. And I'm confident as they leave here today, that commitment has not changed. They want to see Naresh Bhatt prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, but really their focus is giving the best life they can for Mamta's daughter. And that's why they've come from Nepal. That's why they are the most loving uncle and grandmother that you can ever meet. And they are not going to stop giving that selfless love to that baby.
Anyone else from the community that wants to speak?
Yeah, sure.
Just want to get everyone.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holly, so you all will be at court tomorrow.
I plan to go to court every opportunity I have, and the family as well. Naresh Bhatt needs to feel the weight of us staring him down for Mamta.
I would just like to say, as a Manassas Park resident, that thank you for keeping our city safe and working very hard for Mamta, because I know there's a lot more going on the other side of every night. So thank you very much. I'm very proud to be here.
Thank you so much.